I think about the next big thing and how I can change the world. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment, to think and act for myself, to enjoy the benefit of my creation. All of this is what it means to be an entrepreneur. This is the entrepreneur's creed. If this is you, then join us today.
Hi, I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. That PSA that you just saw was a PSA introducing a very dynamic program that's coming to the city this week. It's called Innovate Huntsville, and it focuses on the work of entrepreneurs in this community and the many services that they provide on a continual basis. Here to talk to us today about this exciting new initiative is Larry Lewis. Larry is CEO of BizTech. Welcome to the broadcast, Larry.
Well, thank you, Kenny. Glad to be here.
It's good to have you, and you've got to be pretty excited about this. This is an inaugural event, and anytime you have new starts, it's always a great opportunity to feel the energy.
Yeah, this is a very exciting time for us. This has been a labor of love that's coming together this week. The idea for Innovate Huntsville actually started months ago. We were at one of the mayor's entrepreneurial council meetings, and he thought it'd be a great idea to have a summit that focused on the resources available to entrepreneurs here in Huntsville and then shine a spotlight on entrepreneurial activity. Around that same time, the WBCNA approached us at BizTech about an award ceremony that they wanted to have, and we thought, well, hey, maybe this would be a great idea for us to marry the two ideas together, have a day-and-a-half summit culminating with an award ceremony that honors entrepreneurs and innovators here in Huntsville.
Which kind of speaks to, I think, something that Huntsville does so well, and that's the collaborative partnerships. People who have various interests, but also have similar interests, and find the opportunity to kind of come together and make something happen so that it really turns out to be a win-win for the city of Huntsville.
Yeah, it did. And, as coming into as the CEO of BizTech, I want to immerse myself into the entrepreneurial activities that were taking place in Huntsville. So when this idea came about for Innovate Huntsville, we started with two organizations, BizTech and WBCNA. We quickly reached out to the mayor's initiatives, Geo, Cyber, and Energy Huntsville, to bring them to the table, to let them know that we had some ideas about having a week of activities. That led to us talking to people at Hudson Alpha and Low Mill, other groups that are taking part in entrepreneurial activities in Huntsville, and next thing you know, we have a whole week of activities planned, very similar to other communities that have startup weeks, Chattanooga being one that's most similar to us here in Huntsville.
How would you describe the entrepreneurial community at this time in Huntsville? I'm sure it's changed dramatically over the past few years.
Yeah, it has changed dramatically. It's an interesting group of people that are addressing different areas within the entrepreneurial ecosystem. You have the granddaddy, as a lot of people say, of BizTech has been around for a while. You have WBCNA. You have Antonio Montoya at Rocket Hatch. You have new people coming on the scene like Chris Beeman and his Open Huntsville initiative. You have what's happening at Low Mill, Hudson Alpha. Each one of us addressing a different segment of the ecosystem, but all now coming together to understand what each other are doing, and then providing support to one another on the activities that we're doing.
What is it about entrepreneurship that makes it such an appealing thing to, say, entrepreneurs?
Well, I think it's the idea of creating something and starting something. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. Before I became CEO of BizTech, I have my own company. My wife and I mentored a lot of companies, and it's just the excitement of seeing someone come up with an idea and try to bring that idea to fruition. There are a lot of people who have ideas, but we're unaware of the resources that are available here in Huntsville to help them move forward. So this, and even talking with each other, the different groups in town, a lot of us didn't know what the other groups were doing. So coming together, having this communication, working amongst ourselves, and then shining that light out to entrepreneurs to help people get off the couch that may have an idea and come out and just take a chance to start their business.
Yeah, and I just wonder, I almost know the answer to this, or at least I know an answer to this, but I'm interested in hearing your answer. The typical profile of an entrepreneur might be what?
It can be anybody. I mean, anybody that has an idea. I mean, that's what's been exciting to me, just seeing the different types of people that have come forward and the different types of ideas. Huntsville is primarily a DoD, NASA technology type city. There are a lot of companies that are starting in that area, but you have everything from people who are starting creative companies in the arts, to biotech, to retail, to consumer-based companies. And there are a lot of companies that are here in those areas that a lot of us just don't know about. And so really, it's a really diverse set of people that are starting companies and being entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and the energy around being an entrepreneur really cuts across the whole demographic. I mean, we're talking age. I've seen some, remarkable things being done by some very young people in the technology area, consumer goods area, et cetera. And then in terms of race and ethnicity, gender, disability, we're finding all of these individuals engaged in creative opportunity building.
Right, and a lot of it is born out of necessity. People who maybe have had maybe hardship in the job market that had an idea and wanted to start something. Someone who saw a problem that they want to solve. There are some young men from Oakwood University that have a company called Rodversity that have been very exciting, that have come to the table. You've got people who are doing things for new propulsion systems. You've got people who are doing things in the food industry, in the lighting and entertainment industry. So it's just a very diverse set of people who have gotten the fire in them about entrepreneurship. And the entrepreneurial community is rallying around those folks to try to help them become successful.
And then you have all these different emerging industries as well. Mm-hmm. Sustainable energy. You hear a lot of the buzzwords out there. And within the context of those kinds of industries and opportunities lie an endless array of possibilities. When you start thinking about creativity and the things that we don't know now that we will know in 5, 10, 15 years from now as a result of this whole energetic creativity.
Exactly. I think a prime example of that is what's happening on Thursday with the Energy Huntsville, the Energy Entrepreneurials Collaborative. Typically when we talk energy in Huntsville, is rooted with the government and maybe the Corps of Engineers. We're trying to reach out to young people who may be developing a software app, and there are a mobile app that may not think about energy in the same kind of way, but bringing them together in this summit to be able to expose them to the different ideas that are going on in the energy market, then that may spur them to think, hey, my technology does fit with that market, and maybe open up doors for them to be able to create and perhaps create a successful company.
Yeah, so let's talk specifically about Innovate Huntsville, when it begins, when it ends, what can people expect as a result of this experience?
Okay, so Innovate Huntsville starts on May 1st, Monday, May 1st, and the first event is Geo Huntsville, along with Aegis Technologies, are putting on a hackathon. That starts then. The summit, Entrepreneur Summit, is the Tuesday and Wednesday, May 2nd and 3rd, culminating with the awards luncheon, where we'll be presenting, WBCNA will be presenting awards to the Entrepreneur of the Year, Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year, et cetera. And then on Thursday, we have a series of events with Energy Huntsville presenting their energy summit. We have Tech Vet, which is another event that's part of the Geo Huntsville group. Then there's some social events going on in the evening. On Friday, hot coffee. WBCNA has engaged in entrepreneurship. Low Mill has some things going on later on that evening, as well as some events on Saturday. Downtown Huntsville with the retail, the Clinton Road Project, they're going to be putting a spotlight on entrepreneurialism in retail and highlighting the entrepreneurs that are down there. And then on Saturday, again with Low Mill, and then culminating with Will This Fly, which will be a pitch competition that Antonio Montoya and Rocket Hatch are putting on. So it's a diverse set of events for a broad range of industries and people who are interested in maybe different ideas. We're trying to sprinkle in some social activities in the evening to promote networking among different groups that would happen during that week.
And they're tangible. I know Will It Fly, the contest that Antonio is running, has tangible benefits to it that someone who wins will be able to walk away with.
Yes, he is planning to award prize money to the first, second, third place winners of the pitch competition. And going back to this collaboration, we have started through BizTech something called the Angels of North Alabama, which is an investment group of angels looking to support Huntsville entrepreneurs. So those people will be in the audience at Rocket Hatch as well. So not only may these companies may win prize money, but they may attract the interest of the angel network as well, and perhaps raise capital for their companies.
So you're hoping to attract people from across the spectrum of this community, maybe some surrounding communities as well, who believe in entrepreneurism, want to get engaged perhaps, want to network a little bit more, and really be a part of a very exciting and thrilling week of activities.
That's exactly right, Kenny. I mean, we want to attract people who maybe just have an idea but don't know how to get started, companies that are already in business but that may need help expanding, people who are interested in supporting entrepreneurs. I mentioned angel investors, people who are looking to invest in companies, people who are looking to mentor or offer their expertise. Maybe they've retired and want to reach out to some young entrepreneurs. So we want the community just to come together and to support the event and learn what Huntsville has to offer in entrepreneurialism.
Yeah, and it really is a very exciting time, I think, for entrepreneurs, individuals like Antonia, of course, Rob Adams, and some of the other folks that are on the cutting edge in our community. Brandon, of course.
Brandon Cruz, you've got Chris Beeman with Open Huntsville.
Right. You've got all these young guns, these young lions out there trying to make it happen.
That's right.
And I mean, they're going for it. And they've got great ideas. They've got great energy. They're trying to be inclusive. And it really is a lot of energy. You mentioned hot coffee a little bit ago, and I know that a lot of people may not know about hot coffee, and that's an event that takes place every other Friday in town. They've been meeting various places, most recently at the Chamber of Commerce, but we'll be going back to Hudson Alpha at some point. But that is an amazing experience on Friday morning at 7:45. You're wide awake, you're thinking about the possibilities, and you're in a room full of people who are thinking about the possibilities.
Exactly. And for Innovate Huntsville Week, Hot Coffee will be at the Huntsville Chamber the Friday doing another hot coffee event, which is a wonderful place to come and network and meet other entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and it's about exchanging ideas and getting to know people and finding out what people are doing and what they're interested in.
That's it.
And it really can be a better place, a better opportunity to really take advantage of this. I'm really happy about Innovate Huntsville, that it's happening, that it's going to be citywide, and the first of many to come, perhaps.
Yeah, the first of many. This is an inaugural event. We know it will be successful. We know the city is going to be proud of what we're going to put on, and this will be the first, like I said, of many to come.
All right. Well, how can people get more information?
Well, the best way to find out more is to go to innovatehsv.com. That is our website. It has a list of all the activities and links to each of our partners' websites to give you more detail for registration and anything else you need to know about the week.
Larry Lewis, he's CEO of BizTech. Thank you for coming and sharing all this great information today with us about Innovate Huntsville.
Well, thank you for having me, Kenny.
All right.
Thank you.
And we hope that you've taken copious notes and that you will remember that website. That's innovatehsv.com. to find out programming information and just a complete lineup of things that you can expect from May 1st through the 7th. It's going to be a week full of activities, lots of energy. I tell you folks, if you come out and be a part of this, you will not be disappointed. If you're sitting at home right now, just kind of thinking about that idea or wondering how you can perhaps move your idea further than you've moved it up to now, or maybe you're well established and you're looking for additional opportunities, this is a one-stop shop for everyone to come out and participate. We hope that you will. We hope that you'll also like our Facebook page at Impact with Kenny Anderson, where we have images of the broadcast as well as the actual video of the show. We hope that you continue to tune in on a regular basis, and we look forward to talking to you again. For Impact, I'm Kenny Anderson. Have a great day.